The resource I have decided to use for our Year 9 class on World War One is an educational video game called Making History: The Great War. What you can see playing in the background is a gameplay of the game itself. I thought we could just have a look at this just so we can see how the game's set out. You can have a look at some of the functions of the game and just get a general gist of how the game is played. So this game has been developed by an educational gaming company named Muzzy Lane. The game focuses on World War One, and it's a turn-based game, which means players take it in turns to do their actions in battle. The game starts in 1910 and goes up to 1922, which means players get to learn of the events that led up to the First World War, as well as the major events that influenced the way the World War turned out. It's a grand strategy game which allows players to choose a nation and then decide how they would have acted and what decisions they would have made in the situation that was World War One. You have a lot of options for what you can do when you have a conquest. You can directly annex people, you can make them puppet nations, you can make them colonies, and that will have varying levels of control for the locals and varying levels of trouble for you. So the game is about exploring alternative pathways and learning about cause and effect of actions and decisions. When asked how much of the actual historical scenarios will play out in the game, this is what one of the developers had to say, and quote, "The content of the game does build in a fair amount of the motivations of the time. The general idea is that you play it straight. If you play Germany in the Great War and you kind of follow the historical path, you'll get roughly historical reactions from the people around you. Although obviously you may have more or less success. But what we've always tried to do is, if you go rogue, as we used to say, if you play France and you attack England, the game won't stop you doing this, but the world will reorientate around you as the troublemaker, not Germany." So as far as the teacher tools associated with this game, the developers have come up with class guides, standards mappings, and support materials for teachers to use in either a high school or university setting. A feature of the game is also that teachers have the ability to monitor what students are doing in the game, giving them an idea of what the students are actually doing with the resource and also what they're gaining from it. The game is not actually fully released as yet. There was an early release done on the 4th of April, and the full release date is the 28th of July. So if you guys would like, please have a look at the links that I have added. There is a link to the trailer, which Muzzy Lane put out for the game, and there's also a fair few links of reviews of the game, of blogs about the game, and of interviews with the developers themselves. So they're all good links, so have a look at those and you can get more of an understanding about the game. Thank you.